Here is how I made 392% in just 29 trades trading with this insane strategy. This strategy has been called the best trading strategy for scalping Forex, crypto, and even stocks. It has even been promoted by Data Trader, The Trading Channel, Corey Trades, and many others. Artie from the Moving Average channel has even called it one of the best strategies there is. It can also be used on TradingView or MetaTrader. Please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel to help us keep on making these free videos for you guys. Now that we've gotten that all out of the way, let's get into it. Now you might be wondering what is required to actually trade this strategy. Well, the 29 trades were done on Bitcoin. However, this strategy can also work on Forex or even stocks. But what exactly is it, and how are we going to be able to make so much profit with it in just 29 trades? Well, the strategy that's being used is an RSI divergence strategy. This means that we will enter into trades based off RSI divergences. The other traders that were mentioned previously all used different RSI strategies. However, we have created a new RSI divergence strategy that has not been shown before. But what actually is an RSI divergence? How does it work? And more importantly, why does it work? Well, this strategy is actually quite simple. Let me show you a simple example so that you will understand how RSI divergences work. As you can see, here is our RSI indicator. There are two spikes on the chart, and this is what we should be paying attention to. So as we can see on our price chart, the last spike is a good bit higher than our previous one. But now if we look down towards our RSI indicator, what's interesting on the RSI is the same thing is happening. There are also two spikes. However, in the case of the RSI indicator, the last spike is lower than our previous spike. Let's draw a trend line here to make it more visible. Now you can clearly see the divergence between the price action and the RSI indicator. Higher highs on the price action and higher lows on our indicator. This indicates that the asset isn't being traded at the right price. This can be due to empty volume pushing the price up. So in this case, we would have taken a short here. And as you can see, the trade would have been very profitable. However, using this strategy with default settings and without any other indicators is definitely not recommended. As you can see here, many false signals will occur. So let's clean up our chart here, and I will show you how we can remove these false signals. We will first need to head over and change our time frame to the 5-minute chart. According to the other traders, the strategy can also be traded on higher time frames. And this is also personally how I would trade, and I can tell you from experience that this does work the whole way up to the daily chart. Now that we've done that, we can change the asset to BTC versus USDT, but like we previously said, the strategy can also be traded on Forex and stocks. However, these 29 trades were traded on Bitcoin. Now let's start adding the indicators to the chart. So we will head over to our indicators tab and search for the RSI divergence indicator. Now we will need to add the second indicator to the chart, and the name of this will be the Bollinger Bands, which is this one here. These are all of the indicators that we need for this strategy. Now let's configure the indicator settings to make sure we can take profitable entries. First, head over to our Bollinger Band settings and navigate to the style section. Now we'll just be changing the upper and lower to make it a little easier to see. Then head over to your input section and we'll be changing the length to 40. Now let's change our RSI divergence indicator, navigate over to our style tab. Now we'll just be changing the color of our RSI line to make it more visible as well. That is now all of our indicators ready for this strategy. Let's now go over when we would be entering into a position. We will be using the RSI divergence indicator as the signal. After we receive the entry signal from it, we then look up towards our Bollinger Bands as the confirmation. If both the indicators give an entry indication, we will then be entering into a position. After that, we will be using our Bollinger Bands again, but this time as our take profit target. And let me now show you when we would actually enter into a position. First, we will take a look at our RSI divergence indicator. As you can see, it is indicating that there is a bullish divergence. Now we will take a look at our Bollinger Bands, and if the price action is touching the lower band, we will now enter into a position. This is because the Bollinger Bands are indicating that we are oversold. Combining that with our bullish divergence from the RSI indicator, the chances of the price moving towards the upside are high. We will put our stop loss at our most recent swing low, and then we will also be using our upper Bollinger Band to indicate our take profit target. Once the price manages to push and touch the upper Bollinger Band, this is where we will be taking our profit. So we managed to get a 2.69 risk to reward ratio on that trade. However, there's still one problem with this strategy, but I will cover it towards the end of the video. Now let's take a look at when to enter into a sell position. First, we need to take a look at our RSI divergence indicator. As you can see, this is indicating that there is a bearish divergence in the market. Now we will take a look at our Bollinger Bands, and if the price is touching the upper Bollinger Band, we can safely enter into our position. We will put our stop loss at our most recent swing high, and once again for our take profit target, we will be looking for the price to move and touch our lower Bollinger Band. As we can see here, another profitable trade. Let's now take a look at our backtest. But before that, let me tell you what the problem is with this strategy and how we can fix it to make it even more profitable. There's currently a problem with the strategy that causes re-entries into the same market, which causes re-entries into the same losing positions. As you can see here, we would have entered multiple positions and they would have turned out to be losing trades. This would have caused our account to take a pretty big hit, so how would we avoid this? Now we can do one of two things. We could add a rule stating that after losing a trade, we're not allowed to enter into a position that goes in the same direction. This means that, for example, when we entered this long position and it turned out to be losing, we wouldn't be entering another long position until we had taken another short trade. Another thing you could do is to add a trend filter to this. So in our indicators section, we will be searching for 10 in 1 different moving averages. And if we double click on this, we can add our 200 SMA. We will also change the color here to make it a little more visible. So the rule for this would be you would only be entering short trades when the price action is positioned below our 200 SMA, and you would only be entering into long positions when the price action is positioned above our 200 MA. Let's now backtest this strategy to see what sort of metrics are behind it. So the backtesting is complete, and now here are the results. So for our 29 trades, we only had 8 losses and 21 wins. This means that the strategy has a 72% win rate. We made over $3,900, starting with $1,000 and using a 10x leverage. This means that we made over 390% on our account. So would I recommend this strategy? Well, personally, adding the 200 moving average did actually filter out a good few bad signals, but it also did filter out the good ones. So I would just personally remove that and keep this strategy as it is and use the first rule that I told you to not take the same losing trade twice in a row. When I did backtest it 100 times, the win ratio was pretty similar. It was sitting around low 70s. So I would personally use this strategy myself. However, if you're going to be using it yourself, please backtest it and also forward test it with paper money. If you have any questions, please ask them down below. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss out. I love you all. Peace.